Hi, welcome to my markets recap for the week. It's John Bann here from ComhlaTech.com. What a wild week in the market. I've been down, I was up at one point, I'm down again. Still on a trade, still in this forecast into next week. Remain very bullish still, despite what happened today. And market is very oversold now, and I'm expecting a bounce in the coming business days. So I sure hope I'm right. And I'll let you know next week, obviously, because, you know, proof's in the pudding, right? But that's my expectation still. Nothing's changed that view despite today's jitters, which were really around the tech industry, which we'll get into. That was the system updates. What's happening in the news this week? Well, the top story remains the ongoing crisis in Ukraine, with the big news breaking yesterday that President Biden has sent a request to Congress for $33 billion in extra funding and aid packages for Ukraine, as well as military spending, obviously. And the other thing is that as part of this proposed legislation is to seize the assets of Russian oligarchs and crack down on sanction evasion. So it's a really wide-reaching package he's put together. Really surprised the market how big it was. It's a lot of money, obviously, and as he said, it's not cheap, to quote him. But it really certainly temporarily yesterday, pumped the markets back up again because nothing like the government spending lots of money to encourage the markets to rise. So that's what happened yesterday. But today was a whole different story, which leads me on to earnings. You know, Apple had one of its best quarters ever, offering hope for the rest of the economy. Yesterday, Wednesday, the world's most valuable company said sales jumped more than expected last quarter to $97 billion, despite the ongoing supply issues, which are well known, and obviously the war in Ukraine, and booming inflation as well. And never mind, let's not forget about that. It was Apple's third best quarter ever, basically, and that was great news. But the not so great news for the rest of the tech industry was really around Amazon. They posted their slowest sales growth in over 2 decades. The e-commerce giant had notched a $6.5 billion loss from its stake in the EV maker Rivian, as had Ford this week posted a loss because of Rivian, and warned of slower sales as well ahead. So the stock dropped 14% today. It's its biggest fall in one day in over 15 years. I think 2006 is the last time it was down that size in a day. So a significant drop for Amazon. Probably going to be a rebound on that one because that is a little overdone. Twitter missed its sales expectations for the quarter by reporting an uptick in daily users to 229 million. It could be one of the last earnings reports before Twitter is actually sold to Elon Musk, which was the news that broke on Monday. Facebook's parent company Meta reported sales that grew at the slowest pace since its IPO, so all this tech news is not so great this week, and it experienced its first ever dip in daily users. So again, bad news for tech. And again, to finish off the tech news being bad this week, Google reported sales growth being slower and its profits down as well. So it really hasn't been a great week overall for tech, with Apple being the only bright spot. But even they said that next quarter it could hit some headwinds and chip shortages as the COVID restrictions in China and all that stuff's going on, as well as the war in Ukraine, obviously, because they're no longer there. Really not a great week for the market. Really down, but what goes down bounces back up. So that's my expectation. I believe it's the Fed week coming up soon. Could be next week. I have to check the dates on that, but certainly, there's some jittery markets things going on there, but I'm still very bullish and expecting to see a bounce next week. So hang on to your hats and let's see what happens. That's it for me. It's Friday. Time it down tools. Thanks for watching and bye for now.